you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
Fitness is not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you used to be. Good morning and welcome to Ways Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? And we're thrilled to start the day with you, our valued viewers, on this vibrant, youthful platform. Like you know, we tackle the conversations that matter most and concerns the very important demographic of the society, and that's the youth. Today is our special health and wellness segment. So get your seatbelts ready for an awesome ride. I'm Oluchi Omenka, your pilot for today, and I'm excited to share this table with my talented co-pilot, and we're going to have a free, no turbulence ride. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yeah, an astronaut. I knew you would say something very absurd and different. But how are you doing today?
Good.
First, I have to say that I'm looking all dressy, apart from my shoes, right? And you guys are looking sporty. Is it because of the topic? Do you think that something is going to happen after the show? Are you going to work out or something? Because what's all the T-shirt and, you know, I don't get it. I'm looking too corporate for this kind of occasion.
So what's the problem?
Wow. That's so direct. But wow. I mean, for me, I literally just woke up this morning and I felt like I wanted to just put on like all
Remember you said that you used to do this workout?
Yes,
or
I still do
you still do it?
I still do it. I'm planning to go, I'm only in the gym soon.
Interesting.
Next month, actually.
Next month.
But how's the pain now? Do you feel better? Do you feel better with the pain?
With the pain?
Yes, have you enjoyed the pain?
I'm used to it now. Yeah.
Better take lessons from that.
I think you get used to it, actually.
Take lessons from, let me not expose you now.
People can see my shirt. It says, nope, not today.
Not today,
I'm not taking that lesson.
So, Kiki, let me ask you this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fit will you say you are?
I dey chop well.
That's not fitness.
That's not fitness.
How fit do you think you are? Let me ask you, if you're to take a walk...
Physically?
Yes, a walk around this estate. Are you going to be gasping for air or you still feel like you got this?
It depends if I ate from home. I'll be fine. If I don't chop...
Your fitness is centered around food.
If I don't chop, I'll be...
I think we already have our answer. This lady here is not fit at all. And I'm hoping that this show is going to open unconventional ways for her to stay fit.
No, but wait.
It's an unconventional way. Actually, if we really look at it.
Look at what?
Portion control of food.
It's how you stay fit.
It's an unconventional way of staying fit.
Thank you. Please don't take her advice. God's grace, let me move
before
to
you come to me, let's hear you.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
I think I'm very fit. I don't have a smartwatch, right? But if I could record the number of steps I take every day,
Oh, that's steps.
I get waka, you people. I tell they waka.
Is it a fitness thing
It's part of
because
fitness.
now
or
money.
a status, your current status thing?
It's not about that. I can take any ride I want to take.
Ooh.
Yes. Right?
But you just chose
I just chose to
to
walk.
use your leg at this
No
bend.
matter how close or far the distance is, I walk out. And if you see me, guys, take a look at me.
Come
I'm as
on
fit
now.
and as fit as should be,
model.
unlike some people.
That hunger is why I...
But God, Richie, don't
Tell
escape
us.
the question. On a scale of 1
Oh
to
my
10,
God, I wasn't trying
how
to
fit are
escape.
you?
I think mine will be 7, actually.
7.
Yeah. Because I've been doing this for, I think, 2-3 months now.
Oh no, that's consistent. I'm very. The people there are scientists that say that if you do something for up to 21 days, it becomes a habit. And
Yes.
take lessons. All right.
I'll do it for 22 days and stop.
Oh, wow.
That's where we wrap up our banter for this morning, and we'll take a short break to reflect on the significant event that has shaped our world. We are highlighting 2 fascinating milestones, which will be displayed shortly. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back and thank you for sticking with us. Remember that we would love to hear your thoughts on all of our conversations today. Please call us on 07025007749 or 07014242420. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, head on now to Official Upgrade TV. Click the subscribe button, like, share the link, tune in to channel 145 on your Go TV, and do not miss this. Now let's scan the pages of the top newspapers this morning. We have the Punch, we have the Guardian, and the International paper. Let's start with the Punch.
I'm starting with the Guardian newspaper.
No, you're starting with the Punch.
You want the Punch newspaper? I will give you Punch. Okay. So starting off with the Punch newspaper, the headline here reads, killing spree, anger over headers, deadly attacks in Ondo, Benue, Nasarawa, and 30 people killed. Ondo protesters, regent attack, government over killings, Benue local government secretariat, palace raised. Below that we have ECOWAS defense chiefs activate standby force, Wu, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Another story here reads, 5 billion naira vehicle purchase deepens Obasa Miranda feud. Another story here says, Tinubu meets Niger Delta leaders, Fubara plans a meeting with pro-Wike lawmakers. The last but not the least story here says, Natasha takes face-off with Senate to United Nations. I think I'm going to like this follow-up on Natasha's story before I go straight into this Niger Delta issue.
Okay.
And I think one of our guests mentioned that if Natasha is as strong and resilient as she thought she is, or she knows how to be, she's going to take this issue, if she has enough evidence, out of the Senate, which I really like, because it now proves that, well, you think that one rule of law is like the end of it, there's still another section where, one way or another, people can get justice one way. So I think that this is a very good update so that we can get over this whole stories being half-baked, being half-ended. We don't know where it ends. It's just like somebody, one person is silenced or the other person just doesn't reply, and then that ends it. Another thing with this Niger Delta thing has been going on and on with Wike and every other, and Fubara. And it's crazy to know that Wike actually trained Fubara up to the point where he became governor of Rivers State, and to now see that your mentee is now the one that is trying to like show off in that sense. But I like that the president has now come out to say that there should be some sort of peace, and then they should just work things out beyond every time making headlines about what should go on. I know that the president doesn't necessarily have to comment on everything that happens in different spheres of affairs, like from the Senate to maybe the House of Assembly and all. But I like that he has seen that this thing has gone on for too long and gone out of order, where people are being killed, people are being kidnapped and all of that, so just because of politics. And he has come out to say, please let there be peace.
You know, that idea of the executive not having to, will I say, put their mention or talk about certain things like this sometimes gets me to wonder. I mean, if they're called the number one seat, I know there's the way the rules and everything works, where everybody has separation of power. Everybody should do what they're expected to do. But sometimes we need more of this intervention. For example, I don't know why there's been nothing from the executive. I am not so sure, apart from the First Lady that did make a comment about Natasha's case. I've not heard anything from the president himself. And like you mentioned, I'm really hoping that evidence is what we need at this point, and evidence is what will make this case go beyond half-ended.
Yes.
Because it's just going to be some women activists supporting Natasha and some other senators supporting Akpabio. And we're not trying to be on anybody's side. We just want to be on the side of justice and fairness, and I hope that's what happens. All right, God's Riti, let's fly.
All right, straight into the New York Times newspaper. By the top headline, top left, we have the Russian forces appear stalled and exhausted. By the top right, we have erosion of IRS puts its mission in greater peril. Then under the politics and governance column, just below the Russian forces headline, we have the Trump run-in wins Zelensky point at home. Then by the center, we have the keeping GOP in line, that's the Grand Old Party, in line with the threat of ruin. Then on the domestic affairs, bottom left, we have purge of not just policies, but words to describe them. Then the last headline, that's on the bottom right, we have a no expectation policy on tariff, may have more expectations. All right, so the headline I want to quickly touch on says Russian forces appear stalled and exhausted. Quick one into the details, right? We have here Russian troops are struggling in eastern Ukraine. Their attacks have slowed down and they seem to be running low on energy, supplies, and fresh soldiers. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces are holding their ground and even making small gains. If Russia is losing strength, it gives Ukraine a better chance to fight back and possibly push Ukraine forces further away. It also shows that Russia's military strategy might not be working as planned. Even though Ukraine is gaining an advantage, the war is not over. Russia could change its strategy, bring in more troops, or launch new attacks, which might make things worse for both soldiers and civilians. So I feel like it was important to throw light on this one because we have that notion that the Ukrainians are not strong enough to face the Russians. But right now, I mean, we both know that they refused to, go for like a settlement, like ceasefire and all of that. Even when we had like the Europeans talk about it, the European leaders, we had the Prime Minister of the UK come out to state and he wanted to, go for a ceasefire talk, but they refused. So now that they have started the war back, the Russians are somehow not like capable. They have issues with their supplies. They're low on energy, and they don't have like fresh soldiers that are there to fight the war. So it's looking like the Ukrainians have upper hand to the Russians, which this story is quite weird to me because just like we've always, for a country like Russia and the things that we hear,
I just feel like sometimes the quickest way to put a bait is by spreading a story of incompetence or lack of manpower. And then you just feel like, yes, you heard the news and then people just go in and it's like an ambush. So I think that story is a bit...
Because, that's how when I said, I'm like, okay, what's going here? Because it's... I don't know if I should say it is a bit weird or, it's unusual for us to be hearing stories like this from the Russians. But I feel like the Ukrainians, since they already know what it takes for them to start this war, because literally they're the ones that started it. We have like the Ukraine, like I said, we have the European government, the leaders go there and say, okay, let's go for this peace and all of that. But they have refused, both parties have refused. So let's see how it goes now. Since they want this war, at the end of the day, we'll know who wins.
You know what I'm just remembering?
Tell me.
That you said last week that you're not going to visit Ukrainians
That's the problem.
and Russians.
Oh, Lord. But I feel like it was important. I feel like it was important to just trade. Given that last week there was a bit, there was
a bit calm.
It was a bit calm.
Yeah.
And the fact that there was still a bit of like peace talk and all of that. So I was thinking probably that would work. Given that a whole Prime Minister of the UK decided to come and talk on this, and he was already saying that he will go to the Russians and speak to them about peace talks and all. So to me, I was like, okay, we've come to the end of this war then. But for the there was also like a highlight that the Ukrainians got some of their troops and they went to like the place where they probably do the war or something, and they go get their guys to be there. I think that's the reason why they're even having upper hand right now to the Russians. So let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Who wins?
Fingers crossed, though.
We'll continue
on
with
your
the
nation.
conversation.
We have a lot going on here. Well, for The Guardian, we have the major stories reading. Federal government may scale down concrete road projects over 73% spike in costs. Reps want new ATM charges suspended. Pornographic websites banned. And Edo government accuses PDP leaders of sponsoring insecurity. Fubara, amid impeachment threats, Tinubu charges Niger Delta leaders on peace and rule of law. Reps directs Nigerian army to release report on Okwama's killing. Nigeria's oil production dropped as country earns $9 billion in February. Below that, we see Oando expands Caribbean footprint with Gugwara refinery lists. Diphtheria outbreak. Lagos begins mass vaccination at King's College Annex. Remember, we had this story on Monday about the what's it called now? This outbreak, this health crisis that happened in a secondary school, and they've begun the vaccination, and I'm really hoping that they curtail this because this is Lagos. Lagos is not a place where we should have any disease outbreak because we know how it spreads so much. This is a very major cosmopolitan state, and We're a number here, so I'm really hoping that this is curtailed, not to put fear in anyone, but I'm trusting that the students as well, because I don't know, this should be the time of exam preparation. I think they just did midterm break according to school calendar and stuff. So I wonder the mental health state of this student, having to see some of your peers sick, and this sickness is not just malaria or typhoid that you can go to the sick bay and have it treated. It is contagious, a pandemic in that sense. I'm really concerned about the welfare and well-being of the student, the teachers, the parents as well, and I'm hoping that it will be combated and really dealt with. Thank God that we have the intervention of NCDC, WHO, the Lagos state government. I mean, it's Lagos. I think when it comes to anything with Lagosians or maybe the Lagos state government, I have to applaud that certain will be done and it will be cleared. Now, let me talk on this ATM charges stuff. Funny how we've never mentioned it on this page. It's because we're always going cashless. But let me read the story that I have here from the website itself. It says the House of Rep has urged the Central Bank of Nigeria to suspend its recent policy that increased ATM withdrawal charges. The lawmakers argue that the new policy would hurt Nigerians already facing economic hardship. The resolution followed a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Marcus Onobun during plenary yesterday. So the policy prescribed 100 naira charge per 20,000 naira withdrawal for customers using ATMs within a bank premises and an additional 500 naira surcharge for withdrawals at off-premises ATMs in locations such as malls and marketplace. Anyways, we heard of the story or the supposed, it won't be a rumor, but the policy that was supposed to be implemented where the ATM fees and charges skyrocketed. I mean, we had just finished listening to telecom tariff and everything. We're trying to swallow it, and then we're hearing ATM. And I saw one very funny funny comment from someone that said that, what do you mean that I'm trying to save money and it's withdrawal fees that is taking away all the savings for me? At this point, maybe it's just to be doing transfers. I don't need any cash at all. Even if it's inside the bus, let me do a transfer to the conductor. Let me do a transfer at the mall. There's no point taking cash with me up and down where I would need to withdraw and all. But see, they're trying again to have discussions to see how it can be, taking down, but we know how these things goes, right?
Yeah.
Everybody will discuss and say economic hardship, the citizens are not able.
Even those POS individuals, I feel like it's something that we also need to talk about, because first off, the idea of having to pay money to collect money is, I mean, it's okay that we have now turned into a norm,
but
it
you
doesn't
know
really
that
make
that's
any
provided
sense.
a lot of job opportunities for some people.
Yes, we do.
Like, I think if I
know
would
that.
wait.
So you're okay
No,
with...
I'm okay with it too.
Ha.
I'm actually okay with it. But I wasn't okay when those guys decided to act very funny during that
They still
cashless
act
policy.
very, very funny.
I
Some
think they
places,
act
they
funny.
still act funny.
But I think that 20,000 naira for 100 naira, my major concern
20,000
would
naira
be...
for 100 naira.
Yes, if you're withdrawing
that one is
20,000.
good,
No, that's from the bank.
Oh,
what I'm trying to
okay,
say
okay,
now
okay.
is that if there's going to be enough cash circulation in banks and ATMs, it might make a lot of sense for me to just use my ATM to withdraw 20,000 naira,
Yeah.
and then they take 100 naira charge. I
Yes,
think they were just trying to sort of attack the POS
People.
business. When you know that 20,000 naira, you're now paying like 400 naira to collect 20,000 naira now.
Yes.
10,000 naira is about 300 naira
yeah,
now.
it's 300
So if I'm
naira.
going to use 100 naira to collect 20K, well, all
But
right,
you know that,
and
that
good.
attack on POS almost seems like the conventional banks are trying to attack microfinance, fintech in that sense. Because if you
It's
check
bound
many
to
of these
happen.
POS people, it's the microfinance that
Yes, that
are,
they're using.
championing this.
It's
So
bound to happen.
Why
It's
are we
a
having that? I remember
Nigerian
watching
thing.
one interview where somebody, I'm not going to call out names, but they were saying that some fintech companies, microfinance bank, I guess, that they're already taking away staffs from this
Yes.
known
Yes.
conventional banks, and it's almost looking like a war of who is going to survive and all
Yes.
of that. So the fintech space, they are here to stay, honestly. All right, we will take a short break now. Remember, our topic today is on unconventional fitness, surprising ways to stay fit like me. If you do not believe that, that's on you. We'll take this short break now. When we return, we're heading straight to our conversation alongside our expert guest. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, battles a growing youthful population, and with little or no meaningful engagement, leaves a ticking time bomb on our hands. We are a blessed continent with great wealth, both in people and material. Our focus on ways remains driving conversations that affects us all. Topics in the news, social concerns, politics, leadership, governance, empowerment, resource management, conflict management, finance, SME sustainability, technological innovation, food security, health, education, brain drain, our well-being, citizenship, and much more. Our goal is to continuously drive these conversations, keep them burning at the table to effect a positive change, both for our nation and continent. Ways, what are you saying, has a secret ingredient that completes the conversation every single episode, and that ingredient is you. Our past conversations shaped our yesterday. To shape our tomorrow, we must keep talking. So, I want to hear you. Be a part of our live conversations Mondays through Fridays. And let's all have our say.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light for my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Back people, I'm sorry for always cracking up before coming back. The people on this set always make me laugh. Today's topic is on unconventional fitness, surprising ways to stay fit. Remember, fitness is often associated with hitting the gym, lifting weight, or running on a treadmill. However, unconventional fitness methods are on the rise, offering fun, engaging, and effective alternatives to staying in shape. From dance workouts to animal flow, virtual reality fitness, and even household chores turned into calorie-burning activities, people are redefining what it means to be fit. And on this episode of Ways, What Are You Saying?, we're thrilled to have Kemen, a renowned fitness coach and advocate for innovative workout strategies, join us to explore unconventional fitness, surprising ways to stay in shape. And with his wealth of experience in the fitness industry, Kemen will shed light on the lesser-known yet highly effective ways people can stay active, break the monotony of traditional workouts, and make fitness a lifestyle rather than a chore. Good morning, Kemen.
Good morning.
Hi, Kemen.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm looking at you already. I'm trying to look at my future. Like, can it ever be like this? This morning we asked the question on the table on a scale of 1 to 10. How fit will you say you are? And I think I'm the most fit on this table. I'm sorry, but I have to just take that crown. But looking at you, Kemen, I've not gotten anywhere near fit.
So first, why do you think you're the most fit?
Okay. I shouldn't have taken the crown. But we'll talk about that after the show. We'll talk about that. So I want to start with breaking stereotypes. Many people think that fitness is all about running, going to the gym, the treadmill, lifting the heavy stuff and all of that. So I want to break that. What does fitness actually mean? So I can even know how to answer your question after the show. Maybe I have my own stereotype here.
Okay. So I like the fact that you're saying we should break the stereotype. And sometimes it is not stereotype. Things that we think are stereotype are not stereotype. They are actually stuff that needs to be done, all right, based on what you want to achieve for yourself. Fitness is, a holistic state of well-being, right? Where your body is able to do the things that you're supposed to do and even more. Your heart rate is good enough to, push away every cardiovascular disease that might come. You have enough cardio threshold just in case you find yourself in situations where you need to sprint, you need to jump, you need to, just activate that superpower to help yourself, in a situation, right? The difference between two people that fall from a height and one has a broken ankle and the other one does not is ankle mobility. All right? It's an accident, but then one is seriously injured, the other is not. Difference, they landed the same way. One has a more mobile ankle than the other. All right? So fitness is that holistic place where you are well, you're strong, to be able to just go on with life as the day comes.
Yeah, before I allow my co-anchors to continue, the reason I said stereotypes because there's this notion where if I want to be fit, I should go to a place to be fit and do certain exercises to be fit. But we're seeing that unconventional fitness is gaining popularity. Right. So I want you to attempt to answer or respond to that. Why is it so in today's world?
Now, it's because fitness is meant to be a lifestyle. And if it must be a lifestyle, it has to be very seamless. It has to be something people can, do, can access anywhere they are, can participate in regardless of their age bracket, gender, or size. So you spoke about dancing. There are a lot of things. I mean, in dancing, there's Zumba, there is normal Afro dance, there is Tabata, there's stepped aerobics. These are fun activities that, some trainers over time have found a way to focus on making it so fun that you forget that you're working out. At the end of the day, you achieve results. So yes, it's important that, of course, there are a lot of unconventional ways because that's the only way you can fit into a lifestyle, right? In fact, there are stuff you can do even from a sitting position, all right? If you're in the office, if you're always sitting, the exercises you can do from sitting. They are fun exercises. Even in the music have also had a way of influencing movements, and that, you spend a lot of time enjoying the music and you forget about that you're actually doing something that helps you stay in shape. So of course, there's a rise, and like I said, it's particularly because we have to make it a lifestyle. There is knowledge, but knowledge is not habit. And the only way to convert the knowledge into a habit is to make the habit very seamless by, of course, introducing unconventional ways of keeping fit. And that's the only way people can just get it to be a part of their life.
I really like that you have mentioned how this unconventional way is the way forward for a lot of people who have busy schedules or something where sitting down can be a routine somehow. But I'm talking about results now. Let's talk about the regular traditional workouts and gym and all those things versus the unconventional ways of working out. Is the results the same, or the unconventional ways of working out now has like faster results from the traditional workouts? I hope you got what I meant.
So now, fitness is not one size fits all. People have different goals. Some people go to the gym to gain mass. Some go to lose fat. Some are just trying to stay active. Some people want to improve on their functionality. Some people want to improve on their mobility. Some people just want to improve on their discipline. They just want to be devoted to something that in the long run would help them. But Now, based on what you want to achieve, there are certain things that you can achieve by just doing unconventional fitness activities. But there are certain things that, for you to achieve them, you have to do the conventional fitness activities. So, for example, functional training is for everyday life. I mean, functional training is for your ability to squat, lift, move around. And you can achieve that by doing unconventional fitness activities. Like when you go grocery shopping, making sure that you're the one-trip guy carrying everything at once. It helps with core stability, balance, and all this stuff. Wall sits when you're trying to, wait for that meat to boil rather than standing, or standing on one leg when you're cooking or when you're washing and switching the legs to just help with functionality. There are different things you do in your home to improve functionality. Also, mobility is for mistakes. Mobility is where you get to bulletproof your joints, for when mistake happens, you don't get injured. Those you can achieve mobility by, unconventional fitness activities. But if you want to train your muscles, grow your muscles, you have to hit the weights, and you have to be very, very deliberate with the process of weight training and strength training. All right. If you want to improve, if you want to work on your anxiety, all right, or stress level, you have to take some conventional stuffs like yoga and Pilates. But of course, there's the unconventional, which is breath work. Breath work is unconventional, right? And it can actually help with anxiety and stress. If you want to improve on your cognitive ability or fast decision, you want to do the conventional, which is circuit training and reactive training. But also, there's the unconventional, which is something called blade ports. So it's lighting materials, and then the light keep changing. So if you buy it, you can keep all 5 lights at different position and then touch anyone when the light comes on. So it's like you're playing, but then in the long run, it helps to improve your reactiveness, and cognitive abilities. So again, depends on what you want to achieve. You can either go this way or this way.
But what are the results? Like, which one is faster? That's what.
So question of yours seems like
I
you
need
need.
So like I said, for a faster result, you have to go conventional. For a sustainable lifestyle, you can introduce unconventional, because that way it doesn't stress you as much. It doesn't tie you to some place. It doesn't tie you to a location. It doesn't tie you to a particular trainer. It doesn't tie you to a particular routine. Okay. It's just like, conversation I've been having lately between the difference between eating healthy and dieting. 2 different things. Dieting is fast and structured for a purpose. Healthy eating is a more sustainable habit. It's a lifestyle. You can do that for the longest without feeling any pressure. But dieting is not sustainable. All right, so it's the same thing. Unconventional is very easy, sustainable. But then conventional, you have to build more discipline. You have to be in structure, to achieve it. But it's faster. Conventional is faster.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I like the way you've been breaking out, all of these things, because it's very important. Now, when you were, speaking, you made mention of anxiety and all of that, and that's why I want us to talk a bit about the mental state, right? Because I've heard people going to the gym, you hear them say, "Oh, because I need my head to this thing, and because I won't do this, my head this one," so they'll want to go to the gym. Now, since we're talking about unconventional fitness, I want us to, expatiate a bit on the psychological effects, right? When it comes to their mental state, how effective is it when they live, like, instead of going to the gym and all of those, following all of those routine, and instead they just say, okay, you know what, let's do the whole dancing thing, let's do the Tabata and all of the things you've mentioned. I want to know how effective and what the benefits are.
For the purpose of easing that stress, unconventional fitness would do it for you and do it fast. Also because, first off, you're not, the thing about anxiety is a lot of things build up to, either increasing it or reducing it. So if I'm having anxiety issues, I have to now start thinking about waking up early so I can beat traffic to go to the gym. It increases my anxiety level. If I don't wake up early and I have to if I don't have a car, I have to spend 15 or 20 minutes to find a car, it increases my anxiety level. When I get to the gym and all the treadmills are in use and I have to wait, it increases my anxiety level. So at the end of the day, if I know that once I wake up, I can dance, I can stretch, the fact that I know that there's an option, it reduces the anxiety level a bit. And once I move into those unconventional activities, like I keep saying breath work. Breath work is one of the most effective. And it's crazy because we think we've been breathing all our lives.
You mentioned walk, so I'm sure we can't demonstrate it here, but can you tell me how that breath goes into the...
It's just breathing. It's just knowing how to breathe.
While working.
We
do that every time when we work.
We all take in air, but a lot of us don't know how to breathe. So it's rhythmic breathing.
Can we practice?
Right. Should we practice it?
Yeah, please.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Right. I need you to be invested in this, all right, for it to work. So first of all, you need to try and shut your mind to every other place and just stay here in the moment. We're going to do this for maybe like a minute or two, all right? So close your eyes. Again, stay in the moment. Someone is already laughing. You're not in the moment. Stay in the moment. So you're going to take a deep breath in. First of all, before you do that, take note of how you feel first, because I need you to take note of how you feel after. Breathe in really deep in 10 seconds. And when you breathe out, I want you to let everything out, like completely. Breathe in again deep. Out. You can breathe out with your mouth and nose is fine. Breathe in deep again. Out. In. Now when you're breathing out, make sure you empty everything. Feel your lower tummy squeeze when you're emptying out the air. Out. 3 more times. In. Out. 2 more times. In. Out. 1 more time. One last time. In, breathing, taking deep air, and out swiftly. Open your eyes.
My eyes are open already. Okay, I do have. But that was amazing.
Do you think you feel slightly more relaxed than you were before breathing?
Yeah, I do.
I was really hyped up before, but now...
Now you're relaxed.
Calm.
So now the thing about breath work is everything that happens to us starts from the way we breathe. If you're angry, your breathing changes.
Yes.
If you're happy, your breathing changes. If you're frightened, your breathing changes. You're super excited, your breathing changes. So if you know how not to let your breathing change when you're angry, it makes it easier for you to handle the situation without flaring up.
This is, like, I'm taking this home. This is super amazing.
So when it comes to anxiety, and that's why when you do the yoga and the Pilates classes and all, they keep telling you to breathe. Breathe. You learn more about breath work when you start engaging in those exercises. But beauty is you can do this. These are unconventional ways of actually staying in shape. Breath work can actually help you control, help you tone up your core muscles. All right, so the same thing that you're trying to achieve with sit-ups and crunches and all those stuffs, you can actually, it's called vacuuming. All right, you can vacuum it'll help you reduce your waistline over time. These are also unconventional ways of, staying in shape.
Very interesting. So, because you said walk, I was thinking that this breathing exercise will be done whilst we are walking.
Oh, breath work.
Work. Oh, thank you for correcting me. Let's take this short break. I have more questions and more things to learn. I'm sure you participated in the breath work, and if you didn't, you've just missed out. But we'll take this short break, and when we return, we have more questions for Kemen, who is right here with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. So we're having discussions before that. We were trying this breathwork exercise, and it was really relaxing. One thing I did learn, and I'm taking home, like I mentioned before, is how that they're all connected. You mentioned that your breathing, when you're angry, frustrated, happy, or whatever emotion, it affects your breathing. So if you can control that, you're already regulating, and it has this psychological, effect too as well. That is very amazing. But the question I want to ask now, when she pointed out this exercise that you mentioned, you also said something about cognitive, right? So it seems as though fitness isn't just the biceps and the triceps. There are other things that being fit can help you achieve. I must say that this is the first time I'm hearing that some fitness exercise can actually help your cognition. And that's quite amazing. At least it even opens it up to children, kids, and younger adults. So can you open up more things that fitness can help us achieve beyond getting the mass, losing the weight, and all of that?
When people ask me, what is fitness? I say fitness is life. Exercise is medicine. And if you ever would need medicine to cure any illness or disease, exercise as medicine is like the first option. Like you said, it's beyond muscle and fat. It's everything that you need to achieve, when it has to do with living and moving and, achieving everyday, getting by everyday challenge. Okay. So, for example, if you can't beat the confidence level of someone who did 100 kg squat yesterday and attempted a 120 kg squat this morning and got it, when they walk into the office, you can't tell them nothing. You can't mess with their emotions. You can't talk down on them. You can't. Because that level of confidence, is high. And not because of what they've been told or what they've been able to achieve. So exercise generally, has a way of improving your psychology, all round. I tell people that exercise is the best return on investment. I'll come to, you can invest 100% in your relationship and get 20 back. You can invest, people have invested in crypto and lost money.
Yeah, that's why they cried it.
Yes, physical fitness is the one thing that you get out exactly what you invest. All right? If you invest your discipline, if you invest your consistency, you're definitely going to see the results that you like. So back to the question. Kids that are introduced to exercise very early, all right? There's something called shuttle runs. Shuttle runs are short runs where you run, return, and you keep increasing the distance of running. Shuttle runs have been, proven to help the kids' ability to make fast decisions. All right, and it just gets into the other areas of life. Lateral runs has helped to improve your level of awareness because there are 4 movement planes: front, back, side, side. And people naturally walk this way, but with lateral runs, you walk from side to side. Okay. Yeah, you move side to side. It helps to improve general awareness. And when your awareness is heightened, you hardly find yourself in places where you're taken unawares. Even when you trip, your reaction to the trip is faster than someone that does not have that all-round awareness. Stuffs like push-ups, you know, they help you get right back up if you got to stumble. Squats and all those things help to bulletproof your lower body. All right, and away from that, the idea of sticking to a pattern also helps, you know, develop your ability to focus on everyday activity that is not gym, your work. There's this 100 push-up, 100 sit-up, 100 crunch, no, 100 push-up, 100 abs, 100 lunges I'm doing with some of my guys, and we're doing it for 100 days every day.
We're joining you soon, Kikiana.
I would like
and
that.
God's Riti.
I got into Lagos around 11 p.m., got to my house, say 11:30, but I still got into the challenge before showering and getting into bed. Not because I can't
your sleep was not affected?
No.
With the pain?
No. Okay, so I don't feel pain anymore at some point. You don't. And even when you feel the pain, you look forward to the pain because the pain is sweet. It gives you that, yeah, you start feeling like, I've achieved something today. So,
cheap pain.
No. So it's not as if I wouldn't have done 200 the next day. I would have said, let me sleep and do 200 the next day. The challenge is the ability to do something every day.
Discipline.
That discipline. And exercise has a way of also bringing that discipline into your life, you know. So if you look at it, and then let's talk about the illnesses or the cardiovascular diseases, you know. You hardly would have to deal with any of them. Type 2 diabetes, you know, osteoporosis when you now start getting old, which is degeneration of the bones, you know, and several other illnesses, all right? PCOS is on the rise now.
True.
And exercise is one of the ways where, and eating healthy, of course, is one of the ways where you can deal with it. Cancers, you can mention all kind of diseases, and I'll tell you that exercise, you know, being prescribed as drugs, you know, have had different ways of helping the situation. Pregnancy, you know, pregnant women have also used exercise to regulate the water retention that happen when they're going through pregnancy, and also, you know, ease them into a very stress-free delivery, and also helped with snapping back. You know, so it's just knowing the right prescription. Exercise is for everybody and for every situation, but you have to know the right prescription for it, and it just helps you for that situation.
Amazing.
Okay, can I quickly ask about, while you were mentioning diseases, it brought me to think about the most common diseases for men and women. I think for men, it's going to be prostrate, and for women, it's majorly cancer and maybe every other thing that happens, but the major ailment that usually happens is cancer, and for the men, prostrate. So is there some kind of unconventional exercise that maybe men and women can do to help with these common ailments that they could develop maybe with age, with stress level, with lifestyle and all of that?
You said lifestyle. And that's the key word, lifestyle. Lifestyle change is one. What are the things you do when you change your lifestyle? You try to take as much rest. You try to keep as much toxin off your body. All these unnecessary pressure of thinking you have to vape, you have to smoke, you have to do all those things, you have to drink alcohol. Alcohol is not even sweet. I don't even know what.
Very true.
I mean, I used to drink. I used to drink, but I mean, I'm not like I don't drink anymore, but I don't drink. I'm not pressured to, you know. And the exercises, Kegel exercises are also on the rise. But the way fitness influencers do it, you feel like you don't want to do it, but yeah, they are very effective and they are good. And I tell men, when you get to a certain age, you need to do a lot of deadlifting, you need to do a lot of squats. You know, I say it's age specific because it helps you, it helps check that and make sure you don't have to deal with that when you get to a certain age. So, yeah, lifestyle change, basically, watch what you eat, keep the toxins out, work out regularly, run sprint if you can. You can't be saying you take walks when you're in your 20s or your 30s and you have no injuries. What will you be doing when you're in your 70s or 80s? I mean, I have people in their 60s that still stress me out when I train with them. right? To show you that, you know, people can keep this thing at a high level till a certain age. But also to come back to what you're saying, it's basically exercises, cardiovascular exercises, strength training, deliberate strength training. But unconventional would be taking as much rest, getting into gaming activities that get you moving. Breath work, like I said, is also very key. Kegel exercise, you can do them from the comfort of your home. Those over time, you know, would help keep that away.
All right, so as we begin to wrap up, right,
Very
I want
true.
to go back a bit to the question Okiki asked earlier. Now, what if you say both unconventional, you know, fitness and the normal gym routine are very effective? Where's the space for all of these supplements that they take? What do you think
Very
about the
valid.
supplement? I mean, I want to get it because was it last month or so I saw Miss Dems upon all the old gym and everything everybody's going. You now hear somebody say, "Oh, I want to take supplements so that one particular part can be okay." I thought people said gym will give us this. I don't know if you understand. So just tell me about it.
So, they are called supplements for a reason.
Okay.
They are meant to supplement for where you are deficient in certain dietary properties.
Okay, not shaping properties.
I like that.
So, like I said, there are certain percentage of certain vitamins and minerals that the body needs for just being active. There are certain levels that you need when you're trying to train for a particular reason. So if you're trying to grow huge muscles, you can't eat like someone who's just trying to be well and fit. All right? You need to stack up on your protein. All right? And some people, if they want to mass up, they also need to even stack up on their carbs. And maybe their everyday eating can't get them the required percentage of the protein, you know, and the carbs and the healthy fat that their body needs to achieve what they want to achieve. And that's where supplementation comes in. All right? So you now have to add to your food to be able to get the percentage of protein that you need, percentage of healthy fats that you need, you know, to be able to achieve the result that you want. So that is where supplementation comes in. I'm not going to, you know, ignore the fact that a lot of people have had to take things that have hurt them just because they were trying to supplement. But they are the good ones in the market. And again, you need to ask yourself, are you doing this for the now or are you doing this for the long term? If you're doing this for the long term, you can deal with multivitamins and then be more conscious of your food and just train good. Some people don't have the patience and they supplement. There are good products and there are bad products. You can always supplement with the good products. Yeah.
Very true. We're wrapping up, but I need to ask this question before we leave. Unconventional, right? Do you think that there are unconventional ways for someone to gain weight and mass without having to go to the gym and do strenuous activity? I'm asking for someone. Trust me.
It's not you, right?
Not me. I mean,
It can't be you. Come on.
not me.
Hit those weights.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is where we wrap up our segment today. Thank you very much, Kemen. Thank you to my co-anchors, and thank you to our viewers for joining us today. Do ensure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and interact with us further. This is where we wrap up our show. Till tomorrow again, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is Ray's Breakfast. Bye.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?